I want it to be usable soon. I applaud the council for having got it built. Just wonder why they didn't do it much earlier. This estate here is called the Tillage, and a couple of streets here that I go up and down on a regular basis. I've gotten to the point where I call them the fingers now. When you look on the map at the end of this run, you'll see that they look like two fingers. Other modern houses here. That's part of one of many developments out on this area. And the main road here is called Mary's Mount Road. Seems like anytime there's a vacant block of ground here, somebody soon builds a house on it. That's a good thing, because obviously we need more housing and we need more houses for people to buy. And it's the affordability that is the issue. It'll rise here, as you can see, going up to the first of the two fingers. This is called Success Street. I assume that most of the houses here are owner occupiers, although I occasionally see one that has a full lease sign on it, and I guess some of them are investment properties. Sometimes, like this house here, two houses on the same block, actually, two garages, two front doors, two houses on the same block. And my personal view is that's a good thing, because some of those houses, not all of them, but some of them are built for people who want to downsize. Let's say a family person like myself, or like me. I had a large family, 6 children. None of them live at home now. And so it might make sense to me. I'm not thinking of doing it, but I see why some people would. That they'd sell their old family, or their family home, and downsize to a place like one of those that might have 2 bedrooms. So there's one for them and one for one member of the family. Come and stay for the weekend or whatever. So they'd hopefully make enough and the sale of their original house to buy one of these houses and have money left over for retirement savings or whatever else they want to do with it. So I can see that the two houses on the one block make sense from that point of view, and also the point of view, again, someone like myself who might only have their grandchildren come and visit in school holidays or something. You don't necessarily need a lot of yard space. Actually, there's a park nearby, so you might only have a small decorative garden and not much grass that needs mowing or tending, and so you get a better use of the land than if you just built one house on it. The problem being, however, that if you build all the houses like that, I'm not saying you do, but there are lots of 2-on-1, either side by side or one behind the other here, then for people who do have a family, there's not much play space. There's not much yard, and that's when things like parks and so forth become so much more important. Okay, so I'm going to move out of the tillage estate now and go down Mary's Mount Road for a little while. I have a plan for where I'm going. I hope I can get there. Across the road here you can see another of the new estates here. It's called Tenerife. I think that's how you pronounce it. Tenerife is one of the is the name of one of the main islands of the Canary Islands, which are a Spanish colony off the coast of Africa. The Canary doesn't refer to any bird life on the islands. When the islands were first discovered, they were inhabited by wild dogs. And the Latin name for the islands was the Canaris Islands, for wild dog, as in canine. And I guess the Spanish of that is canary. I'm not sure why it is this estate's called that, but it is. And then up ahead there, where you can see the excavator, or at least I hope you can see the excavator and some on-site office and so on, is another estate called Blakely's Run. It's about to, well, work is starting on the development of that, so earthworks, roadworks, utilities and so on. And I saw somewhere the other day that New South Wales government, who are in charge of maintaining the Crookwell Road, they've taken it over from the state government, from the local council, are anxious that the access to Blakely's Run not be off Crookwell Road. First of all, I guess in terms of not interrupting the flow of traffic, people who come into Goulburn from Crookwell to work, and if you are ever up around the K&G's cafe of the morning trying to get onto the Crookle Road off this Mary's Mountain Road at the southern end, you're going to experience that problem of traffic coming down the Crookle Road and going on past Wallandilly School and so on. So I guess the state government is anxious for that not to happen. They're also anxious not to have a high volume of traffic on Crookle Road, because they'll be responsible for maintaining it and repairing it, and they want to keep those costs as low as possible. So it'll be interesting to see when that development gets going exactly how it plays out. It's all being August. The weather today is quite mild. It's accepted folklore in Goulburn that winter generally runs to the end of, or to the long weekend in October, which means all of August and September as well. But since about the middle of July, it's had some very warm, sunny, almost spring days, and there are a couple of points around town seeing blossoms on shrubs and bushes, indicating that the plants think that spring is coming, or perhaps is already here.